Good evening. I hope everybody's doing good, and welcome to this Public Schools of Robeson County Board meeting for November the 18th, 2025. At this time, I'd like to have a moment of silence. Thank you. Next item is Pledge of Allegiance by Rex Renner Elementary School. Ms. Cummins, if you would bring them up to the microphone.
Salute pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Cummings, if you would have those kids introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Lizette.
Hello, my name is Kayliana.
Hello, my name is Ashley. Hello, my name is Daniel.
We thank y'all for coming, and thank you, Ms. Cummins. We appreciate all you do. All right, I need the adoption of the agenda. I got a motion by Ms. Melissa Oceans, a second by Mr. John Simmons. Mr. Terry.
Mr. Britt, I'd like to make a motion to add to our agenda a discussion item on establishing a subcommittee. It's the same one I mentioned last month. I called it last month the HR subcommittee, and that caused some confusion. But let me just be clear that the subcommittee that I'm proposing that we create is not about making any hiring decisions. It's really about the board and how we can get involved in taking care of our staff. We need to have ongoing discussions on employee retention, recognition, and recruitment, and overall staff satisfaction. And that would give us an authentic way to monitor how our people are doing. And with the respect to the administration, this is not about micromanagement. It's really about stewardship and basic governance. Because at the end of the day, this board, we're really responsible for the workforce that runs our district. For example, right now, there's various support systems that we offer, support systems and resources that we offer that not all staff are aware of. Some staff are being...
Terry, are you making a motion?
If you don't mind, I'm making a motion.
Making a motion. Terry's made a motion.
You have this at you?
As an information item, as the paper that he's passed out to all the board members. Can I get a second? I got a second by Ms. Christy Fields, so we will vote on that. It requires school board attorney. How many votes? Which would be 8 votes. All right, all those in favor and supporting Mr. Terry's motion, raise your hand. Okay, I have 5. So the motion failed. Original motion made by adoption of the agenda. John Simmons, second. Made by Ms. Melissa Oceans. All those in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it. Approval of the minutes. Motion made by Mr. Vontae Leach, second by Ms. Melissa Ocean. All those in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it. Information items. A, monthly impact award, staff recognition, Mr. Jamal Campbell. Would ask all the board members to step up.
Good evening, Chairman Britt, Dr. Williams, and school board members. I'm standing tonight to recognize the November 2025 Impact Award recipients. Our recipients exemplify our district's one team, one goal motto. These individuals work collaboratively to cultivate a supportive and thriving school environment. We want to thank Mr. Austin Jacobs and the Chick-fil-A for sponsoring this month's gift certificates. Also wanted to thank Mr. Brandon Ventura and Sign City for sponsoring our plaques. At this time, I want to recognize our classified employee of the month, which is Miss Martha Bullard from Fairmont High School. Is she here? We can clean this one. We are proud to recognize Ms. Martha Bullard, custodian and bus driver at Fairmont High School, as the district's November 2025 Classified Impact Award recipient. Fairmont Principal Dr. Anthony Barton states, Ms. Martha goes above and beyond in her role as at Fairmont High School. Her buildings are always exceptionally clean, and every time I see her, she's hard at work, wiping, sweeping, and mopping. Anytime she's asked to complete a task, she's always can be counted on to complete that task and do it well. In addition to her custodial duties, she frequently steps in to drive a bus route when on a regular basis, and sometimes at short notice. She does all of this with a smile on her face and kind words for everyone she meets. As a district, we celebrate and honor Ms. Bullard for the powerful difference she makes each day. I'll picture first. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Our certified Impact Award recipient for the month, we want to recognize Miss Alita Lumbaugh of Fairmont High School math teacher. Is she here tonight? The Public Schools of Robeson County is proud to recognize Ms. Alita Lumbaugh, math teacher at Fairmont High School, as the November 2025 Certified Impact Award recipient. The principal, Dr. Anthony Barton, shared that Ms. Alley is truly a blessing to Fairmont High School. She has been instrumental in helping our school improve math proficiency by more than 30%. She takes her students' performance personally and consistently goes above and beyond, working long hours to ensure her instruction is tailored to meet their instructional needs. Her students love her and often request to be in her class. Her instruction and progress monitoring are among the best that I've ever seen. We celebrate Ms. Lumbaugh's dedication and impact on both staff and students within her school. Thank you.
Just so short. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jamal. Next up is Native American Month, Ms. Jessica Seeley.
Then you got to get back up for later. Okay. So good evening, Chairman Britt, Superintendent Dr. Williamson, and board members. November is Native American Heritage Month. This is a time when we celebrate the traditions, culture, and contributions of Native Americans to our country and to our world. Several events are taking place at our schools across the district this month in observance of this important recognition. And before I sit down, I just want to say Happy Thanksgiving from the Public Schools Robeson County Communications Department. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Next, we have Dr. Wendy Dorsey Carr. Oh, sorry, take that back. Teacher incentive by Miss Irma is next on the agenda. Miss Irma?
Superintendent Dr. Freddie Williamson, Chairman Trey Britt, and other distinguished school board district leaders, as well as partners in education, good evening. We extend greetings from our pastor, Mr. Eric Trantham, our apostle, and all members of Trusting in Jesus Ministry, Dobbins Heights, North Carolina. Our purpose here tonight is to explore ways to hopefully minimize some of the absenteeism in the public schools of Robeson County. Although our church's outreach ministry assists schools in Robeson County, Scotland, and Richmond County school districts in various ways for years, the issue of absenteeism discussed in your June 2025 meeting raised heavy concerns, prompting our church to pray and reflect on additional incentives that we might be able to do and what we can do to help motivate our teachers and staff. What challenges do schools face from teacher absenteeism? Teacher absences pose a unique challenge for the K-12 school districts, not just here, but nationwide. In business, excessive absences lead to a loss of productivity, which is a great loss, possibly of jobs, if not turned around in a reasonable time. Loss of jobs for families, hurting tax base for local school districts and school dollars to school budgets. However, in education, absenteeism of a classroom teacher results in a loss of student learning, which may or may not be able to be made up in a timely manner for the student. That is, those students who have fallen behind drastically to be successful for the 2025-26 academic school year. Notwithstanding, if teachers and staff are not adequately encouraged and motivated themselves during these unprecedented times, it could lead to a withdrawal of a desire to teach or work in public education. Our educational budget for the 2025-26 school year allocates funds to continue the Ron Farabee and William Anderson scholarships, each valued at $250 apiece, at the Robeson County Career Center. We have also initiated a large grill distribution program, of which Fairmont High School was selected in May of this year, although they have yet to collect their grill from Lowe's. The purpose of this initiative is to prepare for major hurricanes or storms, such as those experienced in the aftermath of Hurricane Matthew and Florence. Since 2022, we have donated grills to several schools in Robeson County: Southside Ashpole, Townsend, Peterson Elementary, and Rex Rennert Elementary, with the hope that these grills will be utilized for the betterment of the schools, especially during times of crisis, or so the school does not have to borrow from others. One is able to cook, fry, or grill on these large grills, and our hope and desire is that the grills not be used to be raffled off. We also have provided bicycles, financial assistance through donations to the Beta Club, and other school programs or needs, as well as schools attended by our church members. This year, however, our goal is to also sponsor a $200 Visa card for a classroom teacher whose name will be randomly selected at a principal workshop here at Central Office. The selected school will also have the opportunity for PSRC staff members to participate in a drawing for a $100 Visa card that includes teachers who did not win the $200 Visa card as the first initiative, I apologize, who did not win the $200,000 Visa opportunity for staff members to participate in a drawing initiative for $100, oh, I already read that. $100 Visa, okay. Teacher assistance. This is to provide additional incentives for bus drivers, cafeteria workers, janitors, maintenance workers, or any PSRC staff on the campus of the school selected. This first initiative will take place from December 2025, January, February, March, and May of 2026, bringing our total educational budget for the 2025-2026 school year to $3,945. In order to participate in the drawing, the teacher or staff must be on campus and place their name only in the raffle box we will bring on the day of the drawing. Again, the drawing will take place within 10 days after the school name has been pulled at a principal workshop here at the central office. Our total 2025-2026 academic educational budget for school districts in Robeson, Scotland, and Richmond counties is $7,106. We appreciate the continued support of all partners in education who tirelessly assist students and community staff despite the challenges we each face in these uncharted times. We firmly believe the one team, one goal vision of your educational leader, Dr. Freddie Williamson. Thank each of you for giving of your time, your energy, and support in trying to help meet the needs of students and staff in the public schools of Robeson County. God bless you. That is all.
Thank you, Ms. Urban, Ms. Brenda, for that information. Next up is special recognition of Purnell Sweat cheerleaders, Dr. Wendy Dorsey Carr.
Good evening, Chairman Britt, Superintendent Williamson, and board members. The public schools of Robeson County would like to recognize Purnell Sweat High School cheerleaders, Keely Deal, Keela Woods, and Kendra Burns. If you're here, would you please come up? They didn't show. So we'll still recognize. These three young ladies, we want to recognize them for their commendable actions and willingness to assist another student in a time of need. These students displayed responsibility, compassion, and presence of mind that reflect the values we strive to instill in all of our learners. Their actions serve as a reminder of the importance of caring for one another and upholding the spirit of one team, one goal. The board and district leadership extend sincere appreciation to these students for their positive example and leadership among their peers. So now we'd like to also recognize our Bright Ideas winners. Bright Ideas, our educators in PSRC receive Bright Ideas grants from Lumbee River Power, EMC. These grants fund innovative hands-on classroom projects designed to enhance learning and spark student creativity in grades K-12. Tonight, we would like to recognize these educators. I'm going to ask the board to, well, you're already up here, come up. And before we begin, I'm going to call each person to come up and shake everybody's hand. And if you'll stay up, we'll get everybody together at once in one big picture, okay? Anna Kudaskas, St. Paul's High. Christina Johanna Haley's at St. Paul's Middle. Courtney Locklear, Southside Ashpole. Denise Lynn Douglas, Prospect Elementary. Edward Chan Wee Chang, Lumberton Senior High. Kayla Hendricks, Peterson Elementary. Lacola Cook, Magnolia Elementary. Laura Ashley Clark, Magnolia Elementary. Martha Malden, St. Paul's Elementary. Nicole Strickland, Red Springs High. Ray Dawn Harding, Deep Branch Elementary. And Richard Jones, Pembroke Middle. And if we can get everybody together, get one big picture.
I'll get in the front. Get in the front of the boat. Let them get in front of the boat. Y'all get in front of the boat. We'll get behind.
1 second, guys. We're missing a name that was left off my list. Stephanie Thomas. So Stephanie Thomas, Rex Renner, sorry, please come up.
Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations again to those Bright Idea Grant winners. Next up is NEHS Band Books Week Artwork Award, Mr. Andrew Davis, PSRC Early College.
Good evening, Superintendent Dr. Williamson, Chairman Mr. Britt, and esteemed board members. PSRC Early College and the Soaring Eagles chapter of the National English Honor Society and the National English Honor Society would like to recognize and congratulate Favi Tolentino Rayon for being named the national winner of the 2025 Banned Books Week Literary Art Award. She received a letter of congratulations from the National English Honor Society Director Christopher Lockwood, as well as a certificate of her achievement. The competition challenged students nationally to artistically unite a classic banned book with a contemporary one. Favi chose to unite Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird and Angie Thomas's The Hate You Give. I want to congratulate this talented young lady and scholar for winning this award.
Congratulations again, Favi, and thank you, Mr. Davis. Next up, Ms. Jennifer Freeman and Brendolyn Thompson, 2025 partnership by North Carolina Statewide Family Engagement Center.
Good evening, Chairman Britt, Superintendent Dr. Williamson, and board members. It is an honor for me to share 2025 exemplary partnership by North Carolina Statewide for Family Engagement Award. At this time, I'll yield to Mr. Phillip, who is our program director, who also attended the meeting. We're very, very proud of these individuals. And Brendolyn, we're extremely proud of the work that you do with our community and with our families. So thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. I'll read a little bit from the publication. The Public Schools of Robeson County has been recognized as a 2025 exemplary partnership by the National Center of Families Learning and the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. The distinguished recognition honors school districts that demonstrate a deep and sustained commitment to family and community engagement. As part of this honor, the Public Schools of Robeson County will receive a $1,000 award for ongoing support for family engagement initiatives. These funds will help the district to continue to expand our program and resources and collaboration for our families within our school district. This acknowledgement reflects the dedication our educators, families, and school communities have to continuing to encourage family engagement across our district. Family engagement remains a district-wide priority for our public school system. Through intentional planning and collaboration, the district has reframed how it connects with families, creating opportunities that value diverse experiences and foster mutual trust and respect. The Public Schools of Robeson County continues to leverage the strengths of our community partnership to enhance student achievement and family well-being. Congratulations, Brendolyn Thompson.
Good evening. I just want to say it is an honor to accept this recognition on behalf of our district. This honor reflects the work of many hands, many staff, many teachers, as well as many community partners who come alongside of us and continue to allow us to elevate and build a capacity for family engagement across the district. So thank you, guys.
Congratulations, Ms. Brendolyn, and as always, appreciate all you do. Next up, UNCP partnerships. Dr. Mulvaney, Dr. Wiles, and Dr. Castillo. Y'all have the floor.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, Board Chair Britt, esteemed board members, Dr. Williamson, and all of our friends and partners at PSRC. I'm Tracy Mulvaney, and I'm the very proud Dean of the School of Education. And I'm here with some of my colleagues, Dean Rich Castillo and Associate Dean Liz Wiles, who are going to talk to you about our brand new program and School of Optometric Medicine and some ideas we have. So we're here to talk about our incredible partnerships that we have, that we enjoy with PSRC. At UNCP, we understand that we are the major pipeline for teachers in PSRC, in Robeson County, and we take that very seriously. We understand that it's our duty to train the teachers the best that we can so they can provide your students with great outcomes, right? That's the overarching common goal that we both have. And so I want to talk to you about a few of those partnerships. We have 3 pipeline programs, direct pipeline programs that we have articulated agreements where students are committed to come into teach into PSRC once they finish. We are an NC Teaching Fellows School, which is $10,000 up to $10,000 a year. And for every year they get the scholarship, they get to teach they have to teach in a district or else they have to pay that money back. And most of our students that we have that are in our undergraduate and many in our graduate programs come here. We have similar programs with Brave Scholars, which is a private $2.9 million grant that we have through the Anonymous Trust. And we have the First Americans Teacher Education Program, which has been at UNCP for many, many years, and we just got that renewed. Again, it's a payback program. So it puts teachers into your classrooms, and we're very excited about that. Some other programs that have been really key in our partnership center around literacy. We know the big push for literacy in the state, in the districts, and even in our EPPs or our colleges that are working on training, preparing teachers. Right now, we have a partnership with the Battle of the Books, which was a big grant through the NC Collaboratory of about $80,000 to provide sets of Battle of the Books and putting them into students' hands so that they have access to those materials. And then we have one of our professors doing research on that. We also have a new initiative called Lead to Read, which is a literacy after-school clinic that we are bringing our students to Pembroke Elementary that are part of our Brave Scholars program and in some of our literacy classes. And they are providing some intervention and some support of literacy skills for students who may need extra support. We have done intentional work with literacy instruction. We've done letters training. We do this Follow the Science of Reading, and we've had a big push for that. I also want to say that I myself have read at 2 schools this year for the Read Across, or last year for Read Across America, and we have many faculty that go into schools to participate in that program. A lot of we have actually more than just our teacher prep programs that we have covered under the School of Education. We have professional school counselors, and we have a SCORE grant through the professional school counseling program that provides professional development and work between PSRC and our school counselors. We also have a leadership program where we have currently 7 of our MSA candidates in your schools. So that clinical practice, we cannot train our students, leaders, we can't train teachers and professional counselors, our school counselors without you. It just can't be done. So that's why these partnerships are so important. We also have a lot of community engagement that we work with PSRC on. We had the Fall Festival. We have the Shining Stars come over and participate in lessons that we do with them, and then they go trick-or-treating through the quad. We have the Special Olympics, which PSRC is a big part of, and we host that at UNCP. The VSA, which is the Very Special Arts Program that we just hosted in October before the Fall Festival. And it's just an incredible, if you haven't seen that event, you really need to come and check it out. It's just a really great opportunity to see our partnerships working together for kids, for the better outcomes for kids. We have a STEM day that we have for your multi-language learner students every year. We host it at our school. Our students provide activities, and the whole family unit can participate, which has been really fun for us. We partner with licensure support so that your teachers on residency licenses and our undergraduate standard teachers can get through that support, and they can get licensed, because it does no good if they come to you and they cannot sit for their license. So we want to make sure we give you effective licensed teachers. And finally, we have many grants that we work in collaboration, in partnership with PSRC that we're very proud of. 2 weeks ago, we got notice that we had $3.5 million of grants awarded through the Office of Indian Education. So the FATE program got refunded. We have a program now for FATE Forward. So any of your qualifying teachers that are looking to advance in like national board certification, or if they want to go through a graduate program, then we can support them with this grant. We also have the field program, which is for educational leaders. So it provides pretty much all tuition and expenses and support for students that are in that program, who are eligible for that program. We have 25 in that program that we can accept, and so we're really excited about that. Again, many of our students are coming from this area, and they go back into this area to fulfill those duties. I also want to say that we have many potential partnerships and several emerging partnerships. One is we have an occupational therapy program, and that program is, is it signed now, the MOU? Okay, last week or a couple weeks ago it was not. So we have an MOU with PSRC so that our students can do their clinical work in that, in your schools, and that will also provide a pipeline to a very needed service in your schools. So I wanted to make sure I shared that. And now I'm going to turn it over for a future possible collaboration and an idea that Dr. Wiles and Dr. Castillo came to me and said, I know you like those folks at PSRC, so let's get in there and see if we can work another program. So I will turn it over to them.
Thank you, Dean Mulvaney. Good evening. I'm Rich Castillo. I'm privileged to be the founding dean of the UNCP College of Optometric Medicine. First in the nation, by the way. Optometric medicine is truly a first, and we're right here in Robeson County. Very happy to be initiating this effort. I want to pledge to you tonight that we will do everything we can over the next few years as we launch to be partners. You know, I don't think that there's been a school that I've been involved with in an optometry program where we haven't had a very positive experience in collaborating with our local school districts. So in that regard, I'm very happy to be here, very happy to meet you. I will be happy to hang out afterwards and answer any questions. But in the interest of time, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague and Associate Dean, Dr. Liz Wiles, to discuss one of these possible collaborative relationships that we're looking forward to.
Thank you, and thank you for inviting us here this evening. I wanted to talk to you about a program that we have named Healthy Eyes, Bright Minds. And actually, before I launch into the program, I want to make sure that everyone is aware of what's happening on campus at UNC Pembroke with respect to the College of Optometric Medicine. The Board of Governors approved in May 2024 that a program for Doctor of Optometry was to be developed at UNC Pembroke. Since then, a dean and associate dean, yours truly here, have been appointed, and together we are working through accreditation. A $91 million building is being constructed. It hopefully will be breaking ground in spring. If our accreditation goes well, we will be entering our first class in fall of 2027. They will enter clinic in fall of 2028, and that is when the building is expected to be completed. So as part of that, I want to talk to you about Healthy Eyes and Bright Minds. So it is a program that is integrative. It's going to combine community partnership, clinical education, research, and eye care. And our targeted population are the children within Robeson County. Many children, not only in Robeson County, but across North Carolina, are lacking access to comprehensive eye care services. And I want to make a real distinction here that I'm not talking about vision screenings, because vision screenings, while effective, many conditions go undetected with vision screenings. So I have some data from Prevent Blindness up on the screen in the infographic. You can see this is from the state of North Carolina from 2022. When you start looking at those vision screenings, while some of those numbers aren't too bad, again, they're vision screenings and they're broken down by age and race. But now if you start looking at the infographic on the right, you can see that we're talking about comprehensive eye care examinations, and those numbers are extremely low. And my vision is, I think North Carolina, we can do better, and it can start right here in Robeson County. So our goal is to work in collaboration with the schools. So we would be working closely with preschools, elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools to facilitate services to ensure students receive comprehensive vision services necessary to succeed in academia and socially. How this would work is with the schools and parents. And so the schools would facilitate consent for the students to participate in the vision program. The students would be transported via school bus to the UNCP Eye Clinic during school hours to remove logistical and transportation barriers that many families face. The students, while at the UNCP Eye Clinic, would receive comprehensive dilated eye exams, and combined with PSRC and UNCP College of Optometric Medicine, we can ensure that students receive accessible and efficient vision health care. This is a sustainable program because we know that approximately 80% of children in the area are eligible for eye care services, insurance. We would be willing to help parents who have not enrolled their children in insurance plans to provide services. We understand that there are going to be children that are going to be ineligible for insurance, and we would be actively pursuing grants to cover not only the care, but eyeglass costs for those who are uninsured or underinsured. Ideally, we would be pursuing grants that would allow children to have 2 pair of glasses, one to be left at school and one to be taken home. Using grants and insurance money, this is definitely a sustainable financial model. Having children come to the UNCP Eye Clinic provides pediatric patients for our optometric students. And so they would be building their clinical skills while providing care for the students. This also allows them to become aware of social determinants of the area affecting patient health and eye care outcomes. In addition, this would be a research platform for us. The program functions as this platform by collecting data on pediatric vision and academic performance. The data collected during this research would be linked to educational outcomes and ultimately hoping to drive public policy. So long-term, this initiative would promote improvements in health and vision and education systems outcomes for all the children in PSRC. So we are standing here before you asking for a call to action. This program, again, integrates education, service, and it is sustainable, and we would be able to uplift the community for future healthcare professionals. It removes obstacles, allowing healthcare access, supporting student health and academic success through this partnership. So we're calling on PSRC to invest into this type of model that will improve student health and healthcare education. This is being a teacher myself for the last, we'll call it several decades. This is a quote that really hit home. It's from a study that looked at how vision and health impacts learning. No matter how well teachers are prepared to teach, no matter what accountability measures are put in place, no matter what governing structures are established for schools, educational progress will be profoundly limited if students are not motivated and able to learn. Vision problems play a major role in limiting the motivation and ability to learn. This is why reducing these disparities through a coordinated approach warrants validation as a cohesive school improvement initiative to close the achievement gap. And so I leave you with that, and we would be happy to entertain any questions you might have.
Mr. Henry Brewer.
Mr. Chair, and board members and Dr. Wiles, I think this is an awesome opportunity for Robeson County Schools, and also another group that would probably be a great partnership with the Optometrists Alliance Club. it's amazing how many students that they find that cannot see. And they also work with them to get glasses. So it sounds like you're running unilateral, and that would be a great partnership.
Agreed, agreed. Yes, the Lions programs are very good, and we would be happy to partner with them, 100%.
Mr. Lawson was the person that I normally would talk to when it comes to that.
Dr. Emanuel.
Just a point of observation, when you had the data up, it might be, and maybe I couldn't see because it was so small, it might be worthy to have a Native American column instead of the others. I couldn't see where you had Native American numbers because this county's basic Native American student enrollment, plus there are other counties with a large Native American student. So that might be something to think about.
Absolutely. The Native Americans for this data that was collected do fall under other. And so this was just the data that I was able to find on North Carolina. And it is not for Robeson County. It is for the state of North Carolina for the data that I presented. But you're absolutely correct. And honestly, we probably don't have that data. And another reason to partner so we can further that, and again, that will drive policy. So you are absolutely correct.
Thank you.
Dr. Williamson to Mr. Craig.
Mr. Chair, allow Mr. Craig to go first.
Go ahead, Mr. Craig.
Okay, thank you. Is it Dr. Mulvaney? Am I saying that right? Let me ask the question. You mentioned the FATE program. Now, is that the same program that's been at the university 10, 15 years?
Probably longer than 20
okay.
years. I mean,
Well,
we've had
that's-
it for a long,
that's-
long time. And it just we just received.
Received it again?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I thought it was, and I'm just going to say, if this optometric program is anywhere as good as that program has been, because folks, I don't know if you know it, that program allowed people, sometimes first-generation college students, to go out and they could do their clinical work, student teaching, whatever you wanted to call it, and they had a mentor. And these people got jobs. The majority of them got jobs in Robeson County. I'm not sure how many teachers have been placed in this county through that program that we might not have had as teachers if it hadn't been. So like I said, that one, when you said it, is an outstanding program. And if this is anywhere close,
Yeah.
it's definitely something we need to look at.
I appreciate you saying that. And I want to also mention that our Brave Scholars program, it's very similar to that. And we had 2 students that in our first 5 that have gone through, we have like 5 every cohort. So we have 2 students that are doing their clinical placement right now here in PSRC who have been hired by y'all. They were hired this summer to teach in to teach in January. Dr. Williamson has been advocating. He's come to some of our clinical practice professional developments. PSRC has been very involved with our students as well. So we are trying, we understand that 80% of our students, they come to teach here. They come to teach in this county. So we have to prepare them. We have to prepare them for every student in our classrooms. And as you said, we have a large population of American Indian students, and 3 of these programs are focused on putting teachers in those classrooms who have American and American Indian tribal affiliation.
Thank you.
Dr. Williamson.
Dr. Mulvaney and to UNCP, I want to say thank you for powerful partnerships. It is amazing the work that's going on, the impact that it's having in our building. And I said to you probably a couple of weeks ago, we'd rather have a student from UNCP. They really come to us prepared, and we appreciate that. They never enter the classroom trying to figure out. They enter the classroom because of their experiences knowing how to teach, and we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Also, the next step in this partnership, will at some point we receive an MOU that we can?
Yes, sir. What we would like to do in order to prioritize this on our agenda is develop a mutually agreeable MOU or letter of intent, and then perhaps get together a small committee to actually develop the framework on how to proceed forward. As Dr. Wells said, the program at the UNCP is not set to launch till 2027. So we've got a little time to work on this. But again, coming in, my background is actually in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. I spent 30 years as a practicing eye surgeon in Cherokee County, Oklahoma, affiliated with the optometry program there. We had some vision screening programs, honestly, not as comprehensive as what Dr. Wiles here has envisioned. And I can tell you that that story ended very well. So we're looking to replicate and exceed, what we were able to do in northeastern Oklahoma, right here in Robeson County.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Terry Locklear.
Thank you so much for coming this evening, Dr. Mulvaney, Wiles, and Castillo. I was just taking a look at and reflecting on what you said about the Healthy Eyes and Bright Minds program. Is there another or a similar program like this anywhere in the nation that we could sort of take a look at?
Absolutely. Actually, I recently joined UNC Pembroke I moved from Chicago. And the program there had a partnership with the Chicago Public Schools. And it was an incredibly successful program. And we actually have been in touch with the person who ran the program. And lo and behold, she's retiring and she's moving 2 hours away from here. And so we've planted some seeds and we're watering them. And she's very happy to guide us she's told us her journey. She shared the challenges, the pitfalls to watch for, the things to change. So yes, to answer, that was a very long-winded answer to your question, but absolutely.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Dr. Mulvaney, again. The School of Ed at UNC Pembroke was wonderful. I may be a little biased because I'm teaching some classes and I work there full time, but the partnership is just outstanding. Thank you so much for coming.
Dr. Emanuel.
I have one comment. Another program that we use that I think she mentioned was the Forward program. Did one of you mention that program? Years ago, we used that program. Did you mention that one?
Yeah, so we have a Fate Forward program, it's an extension of the Fate program. So we're providing opportunities for those teachers who have come maybe even through our very own Fate program to continue to advance their teaching practice. And so that's either through national board certification or through a master's program or another certification. So we haven't had that particular grant, but we have had grants that have had the word forward in it, as I understand before, because we tossed that around when we created it. Yeah, thank you.
Is that everyone? Everyone's good? Thank you. Next up is Robeson County Planetarium naming request, Dr. Freddie Williamson.
Mr. Chair, board members, last month you heard a presentation in form of a request to name the new planetarium after James Hood's. It would be the James Hood Planetarium. They have completed the naming facility form, policy 9300. According to our policy that is in your board package, we will now submit this form to the construction committee, who at some point will review that and make a recommendation to the full board. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Attorney, would you like to speak?
Yes. Earlier, there was a vote to amend the agenda to add the committee charge, talent, acquisition, and retention. I advised that a majority vote was needed, and we got the numbers mixed up. It was at 8. I said 8 when all we needed was 5 at that time. So if the board would like to reconsider that motion and correct that, that is completely with the bounds of the board. We'll need a 2/3 vote to add that item now.
Does everybody understand? So now you would need a 2/3. Refresh, Mr. Craig, on the item.
The item is a committee charge it's a committee charge to the talent acquisition and retention. The purpose is to establish and to strengthen the district's ability to recruit, retain, and support a high-quality workforce.
Mr. Craig, Mr. Terry placed a paper on your desk there for it. Mr. Vontae Leach.
Mr. Attorney, I would like to, Mr. Chair, I would like to make a motion that we table this to further discussion.
I have a motion to table. Second by Mr. John Simmons. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Three opposed. Mr. Terry.
Mr. Attorney, do you mind repeating what you said a few minutes ago? It was very low. I apologize.
So earlier, there was a motion to amend the agenda to add the committee charge. I advised that you need a simple majority, and then Mr. Chairman asked me whether that was 8 or a different number. I mistakenly said 8, but all you needed was a simple majority, which would have been 5.
Well, we had 5, right?
And so now, since the agenda has been adopted, now you need a simple, another majority, and now we have more board members present to reconsider that action item. Is there any questions?
Ms. Christie Fields.
We already had the number when we voted the first time. That wasn't our fault. The error was made. So why would we vote to do that again?
Because now you have a different number of board members present.
We didn't at the time when you made the error.
Correct. But still, with the board members present, you can't negate those board members that are now here present.
So I'd like to make a substitute motion
Have a substitute motion.
that we vote on this committee charge, talent acquisition and retention again to add to our agenda.
Second by Mr. Henry Brewer. All those in favor, say aye, or raise your right hand.
The ayes have it, 6-4.
6-4. All right, we're going to add this on obviously, the next item that we're going to address. Mr. Terry Locklear, I'm going to turn it over to you. Hold on one second, Mr. Terry. John Simmons.
How that is going to affect the motion Vontae just made, Mr. Leach?
Well, the secondary motion was to override your motion. And so that's where it's going to resolve and end at. Is any other further questions?
It was
Mr.
already
Craig was here
voted
when
on.
we did that. So how's that?
Mr. Craig weren't here whenever we did it.
When Mr. Leach just did the motion.
So Mr. Craig wasn't here the first time this was brought up. Then when Mr. Leach did his motion, we had a different number where it was 3 opposed. So you did not have your motion was to table it to next month.
Yes, to table it to
And
further
so
discussion.
when the second motion came about to reconsider and supplement, it was a 6-3 vote to approve and bring it back to the table and adopt. The substitute overrode.
Well, we voted on my motion first before we made the substitute motion.
Correct.
So substitute motion got to be before the regular motion, correct? Okay. No problem.
And it's only information item. Go ahead, Mr. Chair, you have the floor.
It's fairly straightforward. I placed at your desk a draft charge for this committee, and I've proposed naming it Talent Acquisition and Retention, but it's up to the pleasure of the board, whatever we want to call it. Last month, I made a mistake and said the words HR, and there was some confusion. So the purpose of this committee would be to establish and strengthen the district's ability to recruit, retain, and support a high-quality workforce. The committee will provide structured oversight and make recommendations that promote employee satisfaction, transparent communication, and equitable access to district resources and supports. So in terms of the scope of work for the committee that I'm proposing, monitor workforce health. There's only 4. So first, we'd want to monitor workforce health, reviewing data related to employee recruitment, retention, turnover, and satisfaction, identify trends that impact the district's ability to attract and retain qualified staff. The second piece of that is enhance employee communication and support. So in doing so, we would examine the effectiveness of current communication pathways between staff, administrators, and the board, identify barriers that prevent employees from sharing concerns or accessing supports. We would also ensure the district program benefits and employee resources are communicated equitably and consistently. That's particularly huge because not all of our staff members are aware of the resources that are available to them. Third, we want to promote recognition and workplace climate by exploring strategies to strengthen employee morale, recognition efforts, and overall workplace culture. Recommend system-wide approaches that support staff well-being and strengthen a positive district climate, and recommend system-level improvements by identifying systemic issues that affect the employee experience, propose actionable district-wide improvements rather than addressing concerns one incident at a time. So in terms of deliverables, I think the committee will provide periodic updates to the full board regarding findings, trends, and recommendations, and present maybe an annual summary of workforce health indicators and propose district-wide improvements. Limitations: this committee will not participate in hiring, firing, supervision, or evaluating any employee, nor does it involve itself in any personnel decisions or individual employee matters. And I would like to open the floor to anyone that has any comments.
Dr. Emmanuel.
Mr. Terry, would you consider adding something to that last part, that something to the effect that we cannot usurp the duties of the superintendent and or the state laws or whatever? I think that has to be in there, because some of the things you're mentioning are wonderful. That's why I changed my vote.
This is not to circumvent the administration.
Yeah, that needs to be in
at all.
writing though, because
Absolutely.
the superintendent's delegated powers by the state. And of course, there are personnel laws, things that we can't get involved in. I know you're not saying personnel, but some of those things may lead to that. So I would like, if you would consider it, putting that kind of statement to solidify that superintendent's power in that, a statement in that, if you so desire putting that in there, that I would feel better about that.
Absolutely, Dr. Emmanuel, thank you. And like I said, this is just a draft, just to open the floor for discussion. I appreciate that.
Mr. Craig.
Thank you, Dr. Manuel, for the part you added, and Mr. Terry, the part that caught my eye was the limitations. By putting that in there, this is not a committee that has anything to do with hiring and firing. And this clarified some discussions that had been held earlier, because again, as we said, that's not our job. But to do these other things here, for me, sounds good. And the limitations part and the clarified that, superintendent has the authority he has, we get that in there, I'll be definitely good with it.
We could maybe work with the attorney to wordsmith this and make sure that everything's on the up and up, and maybe bring it up for a vote next month.
Hold on, Dr. Manuel. Miss Melissa Oceans.
So I have a question, because going through this document, and these things sound good for somebody, but it doesn't sound good for us as a board. Because we're coming dangerously close to acting as employees of public schools of Robeson County, which we're not. I don't think we should be enhancing or promoting anything within PSRC, because there's people here that are more than able to do that. We, as a board, I don't think, because we're getting dangerously close, you're not gonna be able to stop these people from talking to you about personnel. You're not gonna, we're gonna be walking a thin line. And I don't want to be involved in any of that, because we're not, they're not gonna be able to delegate what we need to know versus what should be shared with the superintendent and his staff. I don't want to have any parts in this, because we're merging two things together. If they're going to form a committee, it needs to be of either a third party or someone actually employed by PSRC. It does not need to be this board. We don't need to be holding oversight for anybody, not for this.
Dr. Manuel, back to you.
We also have to consider that this is not a committee that meets every week or something. I think we have to limit our meeting, because you understand what I'm saying, Terry? We got to have some kind of basis for the limitations. And I think, but this is addressing what Ms. Ocean has said, I think that's in mind, and that's where I was coming from with the limitations. You know, that would limit us discussing personnel, because right now, when someone comes to me about personnel, I have to say, you have to call the personnel office or call the superintendent. So that we could actually stop that, because we have no right to bid in personnel. I don't want to get in personnel. I mean, I think we could stop that immediately. Anybody who's on the committee could stop that, I would say.
Dr. Williamson.
Yes, my recommendation is, before we move forward, we hand that to our attorney, because we already have policies in place to address everything that was said. So at this point, as a discussion point, let's hand it to our attorney, let him take a look at that, and again, look at all of our policies, because we certainly don't want to violate policies. Some of that will.
Mr. Craig.
I was just going to add and definitely look at the attorney. I'm on the grievance committee, and people will call me that something's happened. And when they start talking, I stop them. I said, you can't have this conversation with me now, because if you do, I got to recuse myself, and that could affect other things. So, you know, even something like this, if the attorney says it's okay, I think you can stop people. You just basically can't listen to what their thing is until it's brought to the proper place.
Dr. Manuel.
I'm sorry. Dr. Wilson, would you give me an example, if this is not putting you on the spot, of which part in there would we be violating a policy if such a committee were formed? Give me an example.
Well, just the grievance process, what would that turn into? And then some of that's confidential, because it involves evaluations, and that's personnel. So again, we need to have our attorney to.
But he just said that's not what the committee would be doing. I guess I'm confused with that part now.
Right.
But anyway, go ahead.
The intent, and then what will happen is two different things. We've had that conversation, so we just need to clarify for our employees that they won't cross that line and not create problems.
Dr. Terry.
I just want to take a look at the limitations again. There's one sentence, and we can definitely expand this. This committee does not participate in hiring, firing, supervision, or evaluation of any employee, and really notice this last part, nor does it involve itself in personnel decisions or individual employee matters. So 30,000 foot. And we can definitely fine tune the wording and the language with the attorney between now and the next time this is brought up.
Thank you, Dr. Terry. Ms. Melissa Ocean's last thing.
And this is the last statement I have. Even though we put it in this limitation, we're still involving ourselves in employee matters, because this is an employee matter, and they should be taking it up with their employer, not with us. We have one employee, and it doesn't involve taking on everyone else's issues about why they're quitting. Yeah, we want to know but I don't think as a board, we should be the ones monitoring workplace health.
Based on my understanding, a few years ago, we used to have a committee like this.
Mr. Attorney, if you would consult and then report back to us on that sort of thing. I'd like to have some more clarification on it from there, and I guess we'll bring this up again. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you.
Next up is public comments. Ms. Ada Evans, Ms. Evans, Mr. Evans.
I have behind me the Robeson County Citizens Nominating Committee, and you each will be receiving a packet of information. Mr. Chairman, board members, superintendent, and distinguished guests, it is my privilege and honor to speak about my experience with the former superintendent, Dr. Barry Harding, and associate superintendent, Dr. Johnny Hunt. Schools are more than a building. They are symbols of value, visions, and leadership. Few people have done more to embody these ideas than Dr. Harding and Dr. Hunt. When I was hired to become a principal with the public schools of Robeson County, as a matter of fact, at this school I'm standing in now, Dr. Harding called me to his office for a meeting. He informed me that this school was a low-performing school at 14%. We boldly set goals for the upcoming year. I had 1 year to get the scores up or I was out. Throughout the year, with the assistance and nurturing from the central office personnel such as Dr. Hunt and Dr. Bruce Walters, mentoring, teamwork, and evaluations were given. With their help, our student performance was accomplished in 1 year to 41%. Dr. Harding always asked the question, what is best for the students? He was dedicated to ensuring that every student had access to a high-quality education. Doctors Harding and Hunt led with compassion, courage, and a relentless belief that what's possible when a community works together for its children. Under their leadership, improvements were made in academic achievement and positive focus on the students. It was not just progress on paper, but the human impact. They had a commitment to excellence, set goals, visited classrooms, provided support for teachers, listened to parents, and also accepted a phone call day or night. They instill values of honesty, integrity, and perseverance, and the belief that every child should be given the chance to succeed. Doctors Harding and Hunt are both great listeners and communicators. They would listen to various viewpoints and then make a thoughtful call. Leadership by our superintendent is not about a title, position, or power. It's about influence, inspiration, impact, sense of fairness, decision-making, and responsibilities. Dr. Harding and Dr. Hunt walked beside us and turned average individuals into a team, which in some administrations has not been the objective. They were about high expectations, concern for others, and a continuous growth. Encourage growth in schools and teachers.
Thank you, Ms. Evans. Up next is Ms. Lois DeFries. I'll refresh that you have 3 minutes, Mr. Fries.
Good evening, Board Chair, Dr. Williamson, and other board members. By all standards, Dr. Harding and Dr. Johnny Hunt are outstanding and accomplished educators, and of course, combined, they have given almost 80 outstanding years of public service to education. Dr. Barry Harding, our superintendent, was the original concept designer for the public schools of Robeson County School of Career and Technology. The land for this facility was purchased under his administration, and his administration originated the blueprint architectural design for the original education, and planetarium facilities. He and his leadership team also established the curriculum, course offerings, and transportation management of logistical plans for this program. Dr. Johnny Hunt, as a county commissioner, chairman of the county commissioners for almost 20 years, and he worked tirelessly to secure additional funding to build the new School of Career and Technology. And as associate superintendent, he, along with his administration leadership team, was a major part of planning curriculum development, logistics, as well as helped to design the new technology high school. In addition to these individual accomplishments, these gentlemen are also the products of education here in Robeson County. Dr. Barry Harden, as superintendent, also established the award-winning, first in the nation, public school district motor sports technology program for the prevention of student dropouts, which received state and national award-winning recognition. Under Dr. Barry Harden's administration, he provided the leadership and vision for all Robeson County schools to obtain certification under Southern Association accreditation. Dr. Johnny Hunt. Dr. Johnny Hunt has served for more than 40 years in civic leadership roles as well as educational roles. In conclusion, without a doubt, it is only befitting that our citizens
Thank you, Mr. Freese.
okay, with opportunities arise to recognize the homegrown role models and public
Next,
servants.
next
Thank
up,
you.
next up, we have Mr. Gary Locklear.
Howdy, y'all. I'm going to skip the formalities and save my time. My name is Gary Locklear. I live in Pembroke. I've been there about all my life. My wife over here is a retired principal, as y'all, most of you know. Thank you for allowing me to speak, okay? Thank you for serving, and thank those who served before you. I'm a product of this system, and so are my whole family is, and I'm proud to say that. This school system allowed me to go and compete outside of Robeson County and then come back to Robeson County. And that's what I hope our kids can do too. They don't have to leave now. I didn't have to leave then, but that's another part, another Sunday. I really wish Richard Swartz was here, but he ain't here. We were in law school together. We served, I was county board attorney one time and worked on a case with him. We were on the same side of the case, and I taught him well. I assume that's why you hired him. Smart guy, though. He did send somebody else tonight. I was looking forward to meeting him. Our group is it's a cross section of the county. We've got about 5 or 6 other people, most of whom are retired educators. I'm not an educator, but I did work as a judge, and some folks claimed I spoke a whole lot too much from the bench. We're led by Bosco Locklear and Horace Hunt, who are community activists. And they're good people, and they've got this group together, and we're actively trying to move forward and assist you. This should not be a difficult task, and it should not be controversial. We hope you will consider what has been said and what will be said. We know full well this is not our duty. This is your duty as a board. This is you make this call. We don't make this call. Nobody else makes it but you. And for that reason, we trust that you will listen to us and give us consideration. These two people, Dr. Harden and Dr. Hunt, meet the policy requirements for naming a building after them. My time's just gone. They're in your policy. It's policy 9300, honesty, integrity, respect, sense of fairness, concern for others, self-discipline, teamwork, dedication. They did all those things. And that's why we're here tonight. They both believe that schools were not just buildings, they're places where futures were built. Therefore, we ask that you, as supporters of this concept, of course, respectfully urge you to name the new facility the Harding-Hunt Career and Technology Center, or another appropriate name that would have the Harding-Hunt in it. Thank you for your time. And
Thank you, Mr. Locklear.
you're
Thank you.
welcome.
Moving to our action items. Next item is district and school improvement plans. Dr. Wendy Dorsey Carr. Dr. Mango, do you have a question?
No, I have a motion.
Okay.
They have these school improvement plans have been posted over a month for review. I want to make a motion that we approve them.
I have a motion by Dr. Emanuel, a second by Mr. Henry Brewer to approve the district school improvement plans. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Dr. Carr.
Thank you.
Next up, surplus auction sales agreement. Mr. Hugh McElway.
Good evening, Chairman Britt, Superintendent Williamson, board members. Before you is a copy of the contract and a list with the auctioneer, Lloyd Meekins, and a list of the vehicles we are wanting to sell. The 7 activity buses listed are no longer needed, and 5 of the cars are no longer needed. They're beyond repair, or we can't get parts for anymore. Also on that list are 2 buses.
Mr. Vontae Leach.
I'd like to make a motion, we approve. I looked at them. I'd like to make a motion that we approve.
I got a motion by Mr. Vontae Leach, a second by Ms. Christie Fields on the surplus sales agreement that we've been using in the past,
Yes, also the donation of the 2 buses to RCC.
and also the donation of the 2 buses to RCC. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. McElwain. Next item, resolution of PSRC D transfer and lease. Mr. Attorney.
So for this action item, it is involving the conveyance of the property to the county due to just financing of the bond. It wasn't working out the way that the county originally thought it was going to happen. So we're going to have to change that proposal slightly. And what basically will happen the resolution will give the property to the county, and then the county has different triggering language, but ultimately will end up back to the school district once the bond or the debt is paid off. And so it just what's also tied to this resolution is a lease agreement, and the lease agreement is for the school district to lease the property while it's in the county's name. The county, again, could not finance it without the ownership status of the bond. So this is the reason for the slight change in the resolution and for the proposal of the resolution. Any questions?
If not, I need a motion to approve in a second. I got a motion by Mr. Henry Brewer, a second by Mr. Vontae Leach. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
And then moving, tied to this motion would be the seeking a motion to approve the execution of a deed in accordance with the resolution and the lease agreements, and have it subject to the legal review by the board attorney for the Board of Education.
I got a motion by Mr. Henry Brewer, second by Mr. Vontae Leach. All those in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it. all you got. Ms. Erica Setzer, school fundraisers.
Good evening.
Hold on, Ms. Erica. Mr. Vontae Leach.
I looked at the fundraisers. I like to make a motion that we approve the school fundraisers.
I got a motion by Mr. Vontae Leach, a second by Ms. Christie Fields. All those in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Ms. Setzer.
Thank you. I've got one more, the monthly
Next
financial
up,
report.
monthly financial report.
And I can answer any questions about the monthly financial.
I got a motion by Mr. John Simmons, a second by Ms. Christie Fields. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Setzer. Yes, sir, Mr. Craig.
Thank you, and I know I came in late, folks, but a quick comment before we go to closed session. Dr. Joanne Chavis Lowry, former educator in the county, and she was also a former school board member. Her husband passed away earlier this week, and so I'd just like to ask that we take a moment of silence for her before we go into closed session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Craig. Mr. Bradley Phillips.
I'm making the motion that the Board of Education of Public Schools of Robeson County go into closed session for the purpose of discussing certified and classified personnel under General Statute 143-318, 11A1, and to consult with the board attorney retained by the board in order to preserve the attorney-client privilege between the attorney and the Board of Education for the Public Schools of Robeson County, General Statute 143-318, 11A13.
I got a motion by Mr. Bradley Phillips, a second by Ms. Christie Fields. All those in favor say aye. Ayes have it. We're now in closed session. I got a motion by Mr. Vontae Leach, a second by Ms. Christie Fields. All those in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it. I need a motion to approve certified and classified personnel. Motion's been made by Ms. Christie Fields, a second by Mr. Henry Brewer. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion to approve closed session minutes. Motion's made by Ms. Christie Fields, second by Mr. Henry Brewer. All those in favor say aye. Ayes have it. Motion to approve a personnel report. Moved by Ms. Christie Fields, second by Mr. Henry Brewer. All those in favor say aye. Ayes have it. Motion to adjourn. Motion made by Ms. Christie Fields, second by Ms. Melissa Ocean. All those in favor say aye. This meeting has been adjourned.